the more work that I do on character, thought, and diction, the more I have to ask of my actors. And I think it's fair, but I also think it's really difficult for um, students to necessarily appreciate or otherwise dig in to the play. Oftentimes, they end up in many cases viewing it as more work rather than play. And so I'm trying to balance those ideas and do a lot of that work, more of the work for them each time. Um, and as much thought and preparation that I put into, um, I need to ask for at least some of that back from them. And so one of the things that really struck me as I went through this is how much context I usually provide for them and um, how much uh, I need to continue to do for them as we go through any particular production. And if that means um, digging into resources that I have access to that they may not, that providing them with various works by the playwright or watching, in some cases, is a bonding activity, watching a stage production or a film adaptation of, of the work that we are producing or similar work by that um, or similar body, uh, what should I say, like a similar um, vein of that particular type of work to get some timing, to get some um, ideas. I'm oftentimes trying to connect pop culture, trying to connect something that I think they should know, and and in many cases, um, that produces even more questions for them and more work for me to try and dig out and say, oh, now you got to go and take a look at this or refer to this particular play or particular character. Um, and I try not. I've tried the longer I've directed, the less I've tried to provide line readings for my actors, but rather have them ask those questions of themselves and see if they can get there. And only as a last resort, do I give them a reading um, and try and get them to see what I'm seeing within that particular character or moment. And I'm also simultaneously with this. I'm sure many of you are taking a classical theater class, and so I'm trying to connect that reading and seeing how those different methods of evolving actors and directors, the role of the director has changed, and so I'm really trying to connect that with my journey, also with what I've done historically and what I'm going to do moving forward, what I'm going to take away from the sections of the class. And I'm really glad that these particular chapters were assigned after some of the later chapters, as it's provided me an opportunity to reflect differently on the work I'm going to be doing and that I have done and will be doing going forward. So, um, thanks, and hope you all have a great week.